Okay, here we go. Now that I'm feeling more myself, welcome back to Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo. It's about time I continue the game that I actually own, instead of just goofing around on easy, slow games like Rolling
So?
Hills.
What?
What happened next?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah, nothing.
Ed, there are some things I still don't quite understand. Why didn't your father want your mother to find out about the Frangles?
You've misunderstood. My father always hid treasures around the house for me. Little presents or just some candy. It was a game.
I see. What happened to your mother? Why was she crying?
She cut herself.
When was the last time you cried because of a little cut?
Maybe it wasn't a small cut. I don't remember much.
Would you say you were a little obsessed with pirates?
With pirates.
Not as much as you are with psychoanalyzing me. I was just a kid.
Do you tend to obsess over things?
Maybe you're the one who's obsessed, asking the same question over and over again.
One last...
I was under the distinct impression that psychologists just listened.
Let's just say we'd rather ask questions than listen to half-truths.
Why would I lie to you? Ah, come on. Don't you ever get tired of being ridiculous? It's not going to work this time either.
Please. Earlier, I sat down at the edge of the pond. There's something about it that... I don't know. Lingers? It's as if I were there right now. I threw a stone into the water, concentric circles, fleeting. The air was humid, sweet. The cool breeze whistled between my fingers. You could barely hear the birds in the distance. It smelled like sap, like bark, like earth. I imagined myself 8 years old, sitting, smelling, feeling, seeing. And I imagine you, 8 years old. I see you. You've climbed up into the treehouse. You're playing. What are you playing?
Ready to board.
These memories are important. I missed one of the things, but I still got it because I got most of them.
Flanagan, me Hook. It's not in your cabin, Captain Roberts. You better bring it to me soon, unless you want to end up as shark.
Damn it, Eddie! Are you deaf? Come to my office, now!
Okay, Dad. Flanagan, get all hands on deck. Aye, Captain. Governor Miller requires me presence at the forecastle to discuss highly important matters.
Why the name?
It's from a movie, The Dreaded Captain Roberts.
Mm-hmm. Do you like being scary?
Only when I'm a pirate.
Where did you get all of this?
They're treasures. They're all over the place. They're not actually treasures, but I make it look like it. The trick is half closing your eyes.
Why is Flanagan so ugly and hunchbacked?
Maybe because he's a little dumb.
Mm-hmm. Are ugly people dumb?
He's kind of like a monster, but cute and fun.
Who gave you all of that?
My dad bought me a ton of pirate toys.
Look closely. Are you sure that toy was bought in a store?
Maybe I found it somewhere, like my treasures. Before, he would give me presents, lots.
Why did he stop?
He's busy.
Why did he yell at you like that?
Sometimes he gets a little upset.
What makes him upset?
The yearning.
Who built it?
Dad.
Did he build it by himself?
With Mr. Samuels. And Mom and Mrs. Samuels helped.
Dad?
What? Jeez. What have I told you about coming in here while I'm working?
I make you lose focus, and artists
What do you
need
say?
to concentrate.
You go to the garage and bring me a... You know what. Oh, and most importantly, your mom can't find out.
A secret pirate brotherhood pact?
Sure, but she can't find out. Come on! You're taking forever.
You told me about a pirate handshake where you bumped fists. Did that actually happen, or did you make it up?
It might have happened another day, before, when everything was peachy.
Ed, your father, has he ever hit you?
No,
Not yet.
but he will.
When, Ed? When will he hit you?
I don't know yet.
And your mom, has he ever hit her?
I don't know.
How much does your dad smoke?
I don't know, but he doesn't want to.
Who makes him?
The yearning.
Mm-hmm. Is that what he says? What is your dad writing?
The bestseller.
Will it? Sell, I mean.
He'll never finish it.
So your father hides treasure around the house as a kind of game for you. Do you remember other treasures, aside from the Frangles?
Not right now.
So you and your dad made up the Pirate Brotherhood? Or was there anyone else?
No, just me.
And your dad?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's more to this than he's letting on, is in. The sections I played through as the kid.
But where exactly? That is the question, Flagon. The governor is constantly changing its location.
Of course, Captain, but...
Enough questions, Flagon. Start looking.
It isn't Frangles, it's beer.
Your dad said he would fix it.
I'll never ride my bike again.
They look pretty dangerous for a kid.
Mom doesn't let me go in there.
But your dad asked you to go in. Ed, what are you feeling?
I feel... I feel...
Okay, it's all right. Ed, are you okay?
It wasn't ever Frangles, it was beer.
Are you out of your mind?
Wine. Some kind of booze, though.
Sit down there. Read this.
The next step in the long process of Joe human self-destruction involved an internal rebellion. His nervous system out of revenge for being mistreated by Joe.
It's all a bunch of crap, Ed. I'll never make it. I'm worthless. You understand? Fucking worthless. I'm worthless. You're worthless. Waste. No matter how hard you try, okay? You're trapped. Remember that. One day it'll come. It'll never go away. Understand? Remember.
Dad, I have to... Mom is in the kitchen.
Do you like basketball?
Ed, I'm sorry. Who are you talking to?
To you. I love it.
So do I.
I knew it.
Really? Why is that?
Well, because it's awesome.
Oh, sure.
So are you. Who's your favorite player for the Lakers?
Definitely Magic Johnson.
Yeah, right. Too obvious. Has to be from this season. Nick Van Exel is my favorite. Nick the Quick. It's not Magic Johnson, of course. But looking at this season...
Yeah, the Lakers aren't what they used to be.
It's a shame. Really a shame.
Ah, we find out more about him.
You fell, right? How long ago?
Eddie!
I got really hurt, and Mom got really scared. Dad, too. It was epic.
So after falling from the ivy, you didn't get vertigo?
What is that?
Fear of heights.
For Captain Roberts, fear is what's found on the faces of his enemies.
Ed, do you drink?
So much. Today I drank a huge glass of water in one gulp.
That's good. It's important to drink water. Is it a normal thing for your dad to get really sad all of a sudden? Or angry? Or happy?
It wasn't before.
Everything away. Can I go play now?
Wait. Are you sure there's nothing left in the bag? If I were you, I'd check again.
All signs point to a bottle of...
Give me a break. Oh.
Mom! You're bleeding! That's why you were crying!
Oh, sorry, I got some on your drawing.
Does it hurt?
Don't come in!
Ow! Ow!
Eddie!
Ah!
All right. So, you believe me yet, or are you gonna keep at it?
I had to give it a try. Well, we'll continue tomorrow.
Yeah, like I have a choice.
We're just going to have to put up with each other for now.
I have a feeling this game isn't going to be overly long. It's a story driven.
Lomas. Is there anything I can get you?
You don't do dinners by any chance, do you?
No, but there is a wonderful restaurant in Santa Anita, about 5 miles from here.
Oh, thank you. I think I'll order in. It's been a long day.
Oh, good luck with that. They don't usually deliver here. I could make you something, if you'd like. Just this one time. I can add it to your bill. Would you like anything in particular?
Anything you have is fine. I'm not picky.
Just give me a few minutes and I'll bring you something, okay?
It's just what I thought. Ed is unconsciously repressing some of his memories or distorting them. But did he block things out himself or with the help of someone else? Yes, Claire was avoidant when I asked her about Ed's past. What if she played a part in that repression by being elusive, keeping quiet, pretending certain things never happened? What if Ed, aside from fulfilling his father's dream of becoming a writer, followed in his footsteps in other ways? What if, by driving himself off a bridge, Ed was trying to copy his father? Yes, it would make sense, unfortunately. What about his mother? How does one deal with a situation like that? As far as I know, Ed doesn't have any siblings. I wouldn't be surprised if Maddie had decided not to have the child. Too many questions. I hope Robert has some answers.
Hey, sweetie. You must be exhausted. Did you find a motel? You should have let me do it for you.
You would have picked something way too fancy.
Right. No. Yeah. Of course. You just deserve much more. So, tell me, how is Ed?
You know I can't.
But I'm paying for it.
That's not going to work.
No, yeah, of course. I know. But he'll be all right, right?
It's still too soon to tell, but it's not going to be easy.
Hey, dish the dirt. So, what do you think of his Aunt Claire?
Have you known her for long?
Just over the phone these last few days, but hey, don't change the subject.
I don't know. I think she's hiding something.
He's hiding something.
Yeah, I totally get it. Well, I have some bad news.
She doesn't like me, does she?
She called me a little while ago. Let's just say she wasn't happy with your lack of professionalism.
Excuse me?
She said you're always late, and that you're just not focused. But that's not the worst of it. She's thinking about moving things out of Ed's room so you can bring in the equipment.
You mean the rehab stuff?
Yeah, the walkers and all that. I don't think she realizes you're a psychiatrist or a psychologist. What is it? I always forget.
Both.
Really? Well, the lady has a whole different picture.
I still don't understand why that's a bad thing. Hold on. Ed hates psychiatrists. I'm sure Claire does too.
No, yeah, for sure.
For
When
sure.
they find out.
Ed already knows and seems okay with it. As for her, time will tell. Give me a second. I need to think.
Yeah, sure. Take your time, sweetie. I'm in no hurry. Although I did order some dinner, and it should be here any minute now.
What do you know about Ed's first vertigo episode?
Not much, really. He was 8 or 9. He was in bed for several weeks.
Do you know what triggered it?
His father. He, committed suicide.
I figured. How?
He jumped from a bridge.
And you didn't think to tell me this before?
Well, no. It just slipped my mind.
Ed is following in his father's footsteps. And his mother?
I think she died in a car accident.
Robert.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Dang it, this is difficult. And it shouldn't be this difficult to do this. There we go.
How did you meet Ed?
Through a mutual friend, one of his college professors. She gave me his manuscript. I loved it, and we met up. The novel was a diamond in the rough, but it needed a lot of editing. Lucky for him, he was talking to the best editor in Los Angeles. It was a few months' worth of work. He would come over, we'd read, talk, drink.
You and Ed, were you pretty close?
Yeah, kind of. He became a good friend of mine until Vera...
Robert?
Yeah, no. Sorry.
Are you all right?
Yeah. No, I don't know. Yesterday... No. The day before yesterday was the anniversary of Veronica's death. I completely forgot about it. It's been 8 years, and that's never happened to me before.
You shouldn't feel guilty.
No, yeah, it's fine. It's just weird. It's like I remember. You said this would happen, didn't you? In our last session.
Possibly.
Oh, dinner's here. I'll be right back.
She's got OCD. The psychiatrist has OCD.
Take out. A bachelor's best friend. Hey, how's Lou?
I need time.
Oh my, a visit this late, Doctor?
Oh, come on. I eat too.
Yeah, right. Of course. I'll leave you to it, sweetie.
Bon appétit.
Talk soon, yeah?
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Lou, 12 new messages.
Your dinner's gonna get cold.
I'm coming. I'm coming. Okay, I like Robert's character so far. And the psychiatrist lady definitely has OCD or something. Because she was very picky about her room.
All right, kid. Let's go.
Never, ever tell me anything like that over walkie-talkie. Not ever again.
Adam? You know the protocol. I'm supposed to let forensics know immediately, and I was worried that if I didn't tell you first, you'd find out some other way. I had to be the one to tell you.
I've never needed a hug so badly. But you don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
Kid.
We have to find my aunt.
We'll find your aunt and the son of a bitch that killed your uncle.
She's alive, right?
She's alive. Harley is getting ready for the biggest search party you've ever seen, Adam. We've already got over 100 volunteers coming. We'll find her. All right?
All right.
Let's go.
Sure you don't want me to go down there?
I've done this before. Just pay attention. Give me more or less slack when I tell you to, okay?
You think there's a connection, don't you? Between my uncle and Ed Miller.
Yes.
According to the forensics, your uncle died...
Was murdered.
A little over a week ago. That same day, or maybe the following, he was going to go fishing with Miller. We are talking pretty much the same day that Miller's car went over that cliff. And the jackass says he was riding with a girl and a baby that no one's ever heard of.
But firemen went down and didn't find anything.
We don't put out fires, and they don't find things.
They don't find things.
All right, go for it. I'm on the ground. I'm on clipping, all right?
Roger that, boss.
Roger that, boss.
I skipped the monthly dinner, Nick. No reason. I just didn't feel like it. I don't know why. Just didn't, you know. I just stayed home, watched some stupid show with Marcello. Maybe if I had gone...
Whoever did this to your uncle did it days before that dinner. you'd be even more traumatized than you are now.
I don't know about that.
I get why you feel that way. And I have no idea how one gets rid of that feeling. However much time goes by, all I know is that it's pointless. It's like a busted pipe. The more you force it...
Nick, are you getting poetic on me now?
If that doesn't make you smile, I don't know what will.
Asshole.
Asshole.
Nick, you there? And just what I said in the car. I'm sorry.
Adam. Are you getting poetic with me?
You asshole.
Son of a bitch. Adam, tell Harley to call forensics. We've got work for them.
Okay. So Miller may be a murderer as well.
No!
It's too early, John. I don't...
Do you even listen to me when I talk?
Next week.
Here we go again.
Next week.
There's no traffic now. You know how it gets? If we don't leave before sunrise, we don't get there until lunchtime. I mean, honestly.
Next week, we should leave at a reasonable time. The kids need their rest.
You're saying that as if I didn't care.
Not again, please.
I'm their father. Are you saying I don't care?
No one said that, John. No one.
Okay. You're not gonna win this fight. It's over.
Oh, dang. It wasn't that he had a woman with him and a kid. It was a memory of what happened to his mom.
Why am I telling you this?
It's important, Ed.
It's not just the money, is it? You shrinks are all addicted to other people's pain. You get off on it.
Tell me about your father. About his...
See, case in point.
Please.
Aunt Claire really loves you, huh? If she'd brought me all those books, I would have never left my room. What about the birthday cake she's making for you, huh? Come on. Let's see if you remember the ingredients we have to buy. Okay. I'll say one, and then you say one. Baking powder. Eggs.
Yes.
Flour.
Yes.
Butter.
Yes.
Molasses.
Yes.
That's actually the guy I'm talking to. It's him as a kid. That's Ed. And he witnessed his dad's death. And his mom's. And his younger sibling. You don't realize any of it till you get to talking about his memories, but yeah, he's got a lot going on.
Well, I've held up my side of the bargain. Somebody must be exhausted from all that listening. So, sandwich before going back home?
You know, you do know that what you told me is not how things really happened, right?
Addicts. That wasn't enough for you? You need a double dose of tragedy?
Look at the spiral, please.
You got me out of the hospital. You're a friend of Robert's. But you've just used up the last favor I owe you. So, next ones. Sandwich, car, road, bed. Got it?
We'll see.
We'll see.
You're 9. Your parents woke you up in the middle of the night to go on a trip. You fell asleep in the car. Your sister is next to you.
You see, I was wrong on that
You
answer
hear your
earlier.
parents, and gradually you wake up.
No.
You have several plastic figurines. Can you describe them to me?
They are from... Please, no. No.
Wake up, Eddie.
No.
Wake up.
No.
Wake up.
No.
Wake up.
No, damn it.
I can't do this anymore, John. I can't.
Do you even listen to me when I talk?
Next week.
What did you promise me,
Next week.
For richer, for poorer, in sickness, and in health, until death fucking do us part! God damn it!
Next week, I'm taking the kids, and I'm leaving. The sooner you get
To
it
be
in
with
your
him.
head.
Am I right?
Not again, please.
With Ginny's father. You seriously think I didn't know about that? That I don't know who he is?
There's nobody, John. Nobody.
You're not gonna tear this family apart.
I'll tear it apart first.
Oh, that's sad. The dad was a psychotic drunk.
Before, you said your mother winked at you at that point, but actually, she only looked at you. Why?
She would do that sometimes.
Why did you forget the last look she gave you, Ed?
I don't know. It's not my fault. I didn't do anything.
Do you go from San Francisco to Cerro Lake every weekend?
Mainly in the summertime. The house in San Francisco is really small. And Dad says his imagination doesn't fit inside, so it ends up jumping out the window.
Especially now that they've turned his office into Jenny's room, right?
Mm-hmm.
When was Jenny born?
Mom says she'll be 100 days old next week. Wow, that's a lot, huh?
Damn.
Did you hurt your collarbone?
The doctor will say the seatbelt saved me, but it burnt my skin. She's asleep, isn't she?
You know she's not, Eddie.
She's crying. Jenny's crying. Is she okay?
Don't worry, Eddie. Before, you told me a blowout caused the accident.
Yep.
But you didn't hear anything, did you, Ed?
That's what Dad will tell the police.
Do you still have that figurine?
I'll lose it.
Will your father keep drinking from that day until his last?
Aunt Claire won't let him.
Aunt Claire?
She'll come from San Bernardino to take care of us.
Oh, this game's heavy. This game is really heavy.
Huh? What happened?
Ed. All right. You have to know the truth. Your father did something that...
He's in rehab. You can't go in there.
What did you do, Miller?
Sheriff Reyes.
That's me. What the hell did you do? Dr. Lomas?
That's me.
Oh, sorry. I should... I have to talk to Mr. Miller. Could you wait outside just a minute?
I'm sorry to inconvenience you, but... Mr. Miller is my patient. Whatever you need to tell him, it will be in front of me.
I understand your predicament, Doctor. But it's serious. I wouldn't be asking you if...
I understand your predicament as well, Sheriff. You barged into my patient's room without permission. What's so urgent? Do you have a warrant explaining why?
I know this might seem irregular, but if I could just...
I don't care what it looks like. I'm not leaving this room.
Doctor.
I'm the stubborn doc.
Please.
Dr. Lomas. I'll take care of this. Please.
Thank you.
Yeah, he has to be the one to tell me to leave. I'm not leaving if the cop tells me, because no, he's my patient.
You don't like me. I don't like you. Let's get to the point.
Okay, Miller. 27 years ago, on Brody Canyon Bridge, your family...
No. No.
And now the exact same thing happens. And I'm supposed to believe it? We searched the car. No sign of a certain Faye or a baby.
The police academy isn't what it used to be.
Convince me. I'm sure you have their pictures on your phone, right?
It was the first freaking thing I checked when I woke up. All deleted.
Sure. Describe her then. Height?
Average? 5'8".
Ethnicity?
Caucasian. Very fair skin.
What about her hair?
Blonde, brunette.
Practically silver. Shoulder length. Straight.
Her eyes.
Color?
Light. Green.
How'd you get to the bridge?
How did it all happen?
Here we go again. I was sleeping. Faye woke me up. Jenny had a slight fever.
Jenny?
My daughter.
Jenny.
We got dressed to take her to the hospital. We got in the car, and that's it.
That's it.
I told you, I don't remember.
Amnesia. Comes in handy sometimes, doesn't it? I suppose you know they ran some tests when you got to the hospital.
Enlighten me. What did they find?
Alcohol.
Yeah, right.
Well, according to the truck driver who saved you, you reeked of booze.
I hate the stuff. Can't even stand the smell.
Even an 18-year-old Durrell Special Reserve? Sedatives.
Do I look like someone who has trouble sleeping? I've been in bed for a week.
Antipsychotics.
I doubt that. Does Advil count?
It takes a lot of guts to commit suicide. Or maybe it takes the opposite. If that truck driver hadn't showed up, would you have done it?
No, I was getting down from the railing when he knocked me on the ground.
Had you met him before?
The truck driver? What are you suggesting? You had me confused for a minute there, Sheriff. I thought, how is this guy who's been out to get me since forever the only one who seems to believe Faye exists? But I get it. I stopped counting the amount of times you pulled me over for a breath test. Now you finally have an excuse. You want to lock me up for a damn DUI? And if you can also peg involuntary manslaughter on me, all hail the sheriff.
Involuntary manslaughter?
You're gonna have a hard time proving anything else.
We'll see about that. You are good friends with the Franklins, aren't you?
What? What have they got to do with any of this?
Do you have a gun permit?
I'm a writer. The pen is mightier than the sword and all that crap.
Then what's that Glock 19 doing in your glove compartment, huh?
What are you talking about? Are you messing with the little sanity I have left?
Do you and Samuel Franklin go fishing a lot?
Is that a crime?
Huh. You barely have any friends. Him, I'd say he had, what, none?
I don't know. A few years ago, I went for a walk in the woods. He was fishing. I spooked his fish. He ended up showing me the ropes. We go down to the river every once in a while now. Or he just stops by when he's bored. Just your average boy meets old guy story.
How do you get along with Esther Franklin?
We were close when I was a kid, but that ended when I went to San Bernardino with Aunt Claire. When I came back about 9 years ago, we started to reconnect. She still cares about me, for some reason. All right. That's it. What's going on?
Esther Franklin is missing. Samuel Franklin died from a bullet to the head. The same day, you almost killed yourself.
No. 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 No.
Too many people have touched it. And Miller's probably the only one who hasn't. No. If Miller has seen any detective movies, he'll know what I'm trying to do, especially being a writer. Too risky. He's right there, and it doesn't look like he's going anywhere. Looks like he wasn't lying about this. What if I handed it to him? With some excuse. To look at something. Maybe a picture of this Faye. What did he say she looked like? Miller.
What am I, Sheriff? A lunatic? A murderer?
Right now, you're just a suspect. We'll see what happens.
What about Esther? We have to find her.
A search party is all set for this afternoon. We'll find her.
And I can't even help. Fucking vertigo.
There's something I want you to see. You could be a huge help. This was just sent to me. She was seen around the park. Is it Faye?
She was blonde and had green eyes, but no.
Zoom in. Look at the details. Maybe she was wearing a fake nose or something.
No. Sorry, but no.
Okay. Still got what I needed.
Hey, Sheriff. Find Esther.
By the way, we found your cap in the ravine.
What cap?
The one with the stars and stripes?
No. Please, stop. Thanks for what you did before. For confronting the sheriff.
Are you all right?
Are you okay?
You know I'm not. Please help me. When the sheriff walked in, you were about to tell me something. Don't leave me hanging.
I'm still missing a piece of the puzzle. Just one. Give me that piece and I'll tell you everything without the fear of hurting you anymore. Before your childhood accident, all days, maybe weeks earlier, if that's what I think it is, something your father told you about your mother, or the other way around. Something that made you take sides.
I think I might have something for you. I think... Yeah. It was the weekend before the accident. I was
Here we go.
completely obsessed with his sea shanty.
Here we go. This might actually be like nearly the big finale to the story. Because we're figuring things out.
Well, more than the actual shanty, I had a thing with his verse. I don't even know why.
What verse was it? What did it say?
I thought I heard the old man say, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Tomorrow you will get your pay, and it's time for us to leave her.
I would play the same verse over and over.
Why that particular verse?
I don't know. Maybe because it was Saturday, and I got my allowance on Sundays.
It's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is long and the winds don't blow.
Special Agent Miller, I have an extremely important mission for you.
Yes, sir, Colonel.
That's the spirit, Special Agent Miller. As you may well know, we're in the midst of a Cold War with our worst enemy.
The Russians.
Not exactly. Remember that there are good Russians, too. Our worst enemy is the KGB. Several of their agents have placed 3 nuclear bombs in one of our top secret submarine bases.
I will defuse them myself, sir.
Nonsense. Only an agent with my experience and training can succeed under these circumstances.
But didn't you say you had a mission for me?
And I do, Special Agent Miller.
And that it was super important?
And it is, Special Agent Miller. How important do you think it is to protect the First Lady?
Extremely important, sir.
I couldn't have said it better myself. You're such a darn genius, Miller. You'll make a fine major. Nothing is more important than the First Lady.
And who are we protecting her from, sir?
That's what we need to find out. Precisely that. There's a double agent among us. A traitor. while I'm away on my mission at the top secret submarine base, and I deactivate 1, 2, even 3 bombs, you will become the First Lady's shadow. Follow her wherever she goes, but keep a low profile. Make sure to document any suspicious activity that might help us identify the traitor. And remember, it could be someone close to the First Lady.
Sir, yes, sir.
Good luck, future Major Miller. The country's in your hands.
It's okay, sweetie.
Lieutenant Flanagan, do you copy?
I do, sir, just like you ordered.
Do you have a visual of the presidential suite?
Loud and clear, sir.
Good. Let me know when she exits and heads towards the conference center. I can't risk her seeing me. Darn it, Flanagan. I told you to inform me if she left the presidential suite.
Oh, did she leave?
She's in the dining hall. Follow her and hide.
Claire, how are you? No, your brother just left to get groceries. Oh, she's just precious. Yes, she gets plenty of air. I'm making dinner now, but in about 15 minutes I'll take her outside and we'll go to the lookout by the lake. Yes, the lake that's by my house. How would that be dangerous? Don't worry, I won't let her get close to the railing. We'll just sit on a bench. Okay, I'll definitely tell him you called when he gets back.
Flanagan, I told you to search the presidential suite for microphones, didn't I? And so I did, sir. But there weren't any. Do me a favor. Schedule an appointment with the CIA eye doctor, will you? Yes, sir. For who? Just do it. I have a feeling things are about to get dirty around here. There's still something missing.
Jenny!
No!
My little sweet pea. Come on, sweetie. Time to wakey wakey. Who wants to go see the lake views? Come on, don't be a little sleepyhead. Or your Aunt Claire will never let us hear the end of it. You'll see. It's such a beautiful day out there. And when we get back, you'll have your bottle. You like that, don't you?
Close call. Sir, I scheduled that appointment with the eye doctor. Okay. All right. Good flanking. Yeah.
Are you following the first
help,
lady,
sir?
sir?
Not yet. I need my camera in the shed, but I can't find it. Oh, I don't know why certain people are even born.
I left it in the hangar. By the tanks and motorcycles.
Flawless design brought to you by our chief engineer, Captain Samuel Franklin. Although, why is there no jungle camouflage on my jungle camouflage helmet, Flanagan?
I removed it, sir. It was not aerodynamic, sir.
Another great fix by our chief engineer, Captain Samuel Franklin. Any updates on the First Lady's position, Flanagan?
She crossed the Yellow Flowers track,
And she's now in the lookout. No, wait. Yes, sir? The double agent is manipulating the First Lady. She's setting us up. Sir? She stole a microchip from my safe and is accusing me of leaving it for the KGB to find, and the First Lady's buying it. Now, if that's not suspicious activity.
Well, and that's all, I guess. Shall we?
Huh.
Lieutenant Flanagan, we have new mission. A KGB agent has infiltrated the presidential palace with a single goal: to drive a wedge between the president and the First Lady, putting an end to a vital, long-standing alliance. But we won't let the KGB get away with it. We will unmask the traitor and save our nation.
I know you found the missing figurine after all.
Mom will give it to me later. She'll be a bit angry.
You weren't obsessed with an entire verse, were you? Only with one sentence. Leave her, Johnny. Leave her.
Maybe.
Why don't you trust your sister, Jenny?
Because she takes up all of Mom's attention, and then she can't be with me or with Dad, and then Dad gets mad.
Oh. Mother was cheating. Cop, nonetheless.
What did you think when the police officer arrived, Eddie?
That he was going to arrest someone for misbehaving. Yeah, or I don't know.
Why are you taking those pictures, Ed?
Because things just used to be better.
How did Jenny get a hold of that figurine?
Sometimes Dad sleeps in Mom and Dad's room in the morning or in the afternoon. And Mom comes and changes Jenny's diaper on my bed. So I go outside to play.
What did you think right there, Eddie?
That Jenny isn't bad. It's the police officer that's bad.
He caused it. He inadvertently fed into his dad's psychosis.
What? It can't be that bad. So, you are going to tell me now, right?
What? The chips, probably.
You've been repressing
I was grabbing a drink.
Twisting your own memories since...
Yeah, probably. Because I've been in between eating those and like this dried fruit.
Your father was not the person you remember.
Bert.
At some point...
I think I'm coming to the end of this game, honestly. It's a short game. I'll admit that,
He
but it's
became
good.
obsessed.
It's like
He got
watching a
lost.
movie, except for I'm choosing different
started
parts of
drinking.
it, so I like these kind of games. Ends up that, yeah, he has a lot of really bad repressed memories. His dad was abusive, drinking, murdered his own mom and his little sister. Yeah, now it's actually going back and showing everything I've basically played through. Basically, he repressed everything and tried to twist the memories to make the dad look better. Over time. Although the mom wasn't much better due to the fact that she cheated with a police officer. Neither of them were very good. He ends up getting raised by his aunt because of this. Well, this is where the dad ends up killing the mom and daughter because they're arguing. And basically the boss said, I'm gonna leave, but he's like, no, you're not breaking up the family, I am. Crashed the car and they kicked it off the cliff. With the mom and daughter still inside. But he'd repressed all this until now.
But why did I do it? Jenny.
Plenty of older brothers feel jealous of their siblings. It's normal. It would have passed.
It was all my fault.
No, it wasn't.
The picture. If I hadn't...
The same thing would have happened. Sooner or later, your dad would have found out. And instead of an accident, it would have been a slap, or a beating, or a push, or a knife.
And what good does knowing do me?
You've been carrying that guilt for years, building a prison of fake memories just to hide it. From yourself, from everyone. And it's been gnawing at you. But you need to let it go.
Go. We helped him get his mobility back. Nope, not yet, maybe. Well, he was starting to be able to stand up. Oh, why did it switch on? It's supposed to be right button, left button, right button, left button. It normally keeps them in the same pattern. Right button, left button, right button, left. Taking it, this is the end of the game, or nearly. As we've played through all of his memories. Chapter 4 complete. Complete Ed's 4th therapy session. There can't be much left, because we've gone through his past.
Not today.
Ignore.
Oh, Ed, you're the most loyal person I've ever met.
Doctor? It's Sheriff Reyes. Doctor, sorry to bother you this late, but...
Don't worry.
It's no problem.
It's not a problem.
I sent you a few messages on the way, but...
Ah, of course. I still haven't saved your number. Are you feeling all right, Sheriff?
It's late, I know. We were looking for Esther Franklin until just now.
Did you find anything?
There's still hope. I'm sorry about this morning. And you know I don't want to put your career on the line, but...
There's 18 to this? Oh, I thought it was a lot closer to the end.
We both want to get to the bottom of Ed Miller's story. Why don't we help each other? There's a really pretty lookout near here. We could discuss this.
Well, now I have a feeling it's done
telling
being
you,
with the
it's bad news.
past, and it's gonna be
They gone? The bottle,
about figuring out who murdered
its
the
connection
people.
to the Franklins, the whole implausible story about the...
I need to get the sheriff and her to work together, I think.
Like I was saying, there are too many signs, huh? I'm not saying he's guilty, it's just... It's hard to see it any other way. Don't you think, Doctor?
There's one just like it in my favorite movie.
I can't say I'm a movie buff myself.
It's amazing to think the tree was born here. That it died here. And that we've only been here about this much. Here, no, a year later, I was at a protest march. The police charged us. I fell.
LA, right? Did they crush you?
3 knee operations. What were you doing at the time?
I don't know. Patrol during the day to make a buck. Study at night to be a sheriff.
What were you doing that day? Do you remember?
Sure. I woke up at 6:30, like I do every day. Turned on the radio while I shaved, and the second plane had just hit. I remember looking in the mirror, not recognizing myself, not my face, my hands, my bathroom. None of it.
I took care of people with similar symptoms during those weeks. I was born about here. You?
About the same. "2016. I became sheriff.
Congratulations.
I had no idea what I was getting myself into.
2016. All right. I didn't know what I was getting myself into either.
Reyes, which is the guy I'm talking to now.
I fell in love.
Ah, damn. Of course. Sorry. I have to
I
insist.
think the only one I haven't played completely
I know
as
Miller is
Faye.
hiding something.
Lomez is the doctor.
He's lying.
To lie,
Reyes is the
you
old
have to
guy.
be aware
Ed
that
is the
you're lying.
patient.
Nice one. But Miller
And
knows
Faye
exactly what
is
he's doing.
supposedly,
He only
what
has
I
trouble
guess she is
remembering
real,
certain
but
things. Things that
she's
you
Ed's
do
love
remember.
interest.
I don't understand.
Tell me about Maddie Miller, please.
Excuse me?
About your relationship with her. In the early 90s, you did a little more than just work and study to be sheriff.
Huh. Yeah, I knew it. Reyes was the cop that Ed's mother was cheating on his dad with back then. I have no clue. I'm probably going to stop soon after this chapter. I thought I was getting close to the end, so I was actually going to see it through. Yeah.
Promise you won't analyze me when I tell you.
I'm not on
Lucky
duty.
I'm not on duty right now. Oh, and nobody does psychoanalysis these days, except in movies.
We were inseparable as kids. I spent more time at her house, the one you've been to, than my own. In high school, everyone thought we were dating. Then, she went to school in San Francisco. We'd meet up some weekends. Until, one summer, she came back arm in arm with John Miller. We didn't see each other for years. Ed would have been 5 or 6 when we ran into each other and started meeting. A coffee, a walk, dinner, a motel. Later, pregnant with Jenny, she distanced herself from me. I thought the girl had helped her marriage, that she was happy. Fucking happiness. How do you feel?
A little better now. Thanks for coming after all this time. How have you been?
I've missed you.
I've really missed you.
I'm sorry. I didn't want Jenny to grow up in a broken home. Or Eddie.
I understood back then, and I still do. You owe it to your kids.
I felt guilty. John deserved a chance. I thought the baby... I was wrong.
Is he still drinking?
He's burying me alive.
What did he do? If he touched a single hair. Report him, and I'll make sure you get a restraining order.
I'm going to leave him. I'm gonna tell him next week.
It's your decision, but be careful. He could get physical.
I have to tell him. I can't just take his son away from him without at least... Jenny is yours. Take her.
Yep. The daughter isn't biologically Ed's sister. Well, half-sister. The dad's not the father of the girl. The cop is. Which I figured. Sorry. The baby.
See? She has your eyes.
And he doesn't suspect anything?
Since the very beginning.
She's got something in her hand.
Oh, get it, will you? Gently.
Well, as soon as I know it's saved. Because I don't want to lose what I've got
Eddie.
for progress.
He leaves stuff everywhere.
How do you know she's not...
John's? You've never tried to sleep with someone after you've downed a bottle of whiskey, have you?
Well...
What am I saying? You're ready for water after half a beer.
Come with me. The three of you.
Let's take it slowly. I can't risk custody.
That
Yeah.
was the last time I saw them alive.
Yep, because that's when Ed took the picture. Which is how his dad found out. Which led to her getting killed.
Was it you who found them?
I wanted to kill that son of a bitch, but he took that away from me too.
Oh, and he thought of offing himself instead, I think. But couldn't do it.
Nick, no!
What went through your mind in that moment? Why did you move it away?
No, he moved the barrel away, he hit himself but didn't kill himself. That's what that scar on his cheek is in the present time.
That's something I could only tell my
The scar that runs
psychiatrist.
down the side of
Thanks.
his face. He shot
No.
himself, but he didn't kill
You
himself.
understand? John Miller was dangerous. His son is too.
No,
The same
Ed's
look in his
not.
eye. I'm worried about you.
I appreciate it, but I'm not in any danger. Ed has issues, yes, but he's no murderer.
I just
No
meant...
murder.
Hold on. You believe him?
About what?
Faye?
Yes.
No. You're certain Faye isn't a figment of a writer's, a psychopath's imagination?
I'm not interfering in your job, Sheriff. Don't interfere in mine.
You're in mine.
Throughout my career, I've met a great deal of psychopaths. And believe me, when I know someone, I really know them. If there
Ed's
is a
not a
psychopath in this
psycho.
story, it's not Ed Miller.
It should save soon, I'd think. Because it usually saves right before a therapy thing. Or it'll save here, I think, because it's loading into the next scene. Yep, there we go. I'm done with the first chapter then, like the first big chapter.